3 years back, my grandfather passed away and bequeathed me his home along with his last will and testament. It was the very same residence where my parents, Wilson and Georgia, had resided for 3 decades. The identical property where my sister Louisa and her spouse Brett had settled into the basement a couple of years prior, along with their young children. The exact house where my brother Carlos would stay whenever he was between employment. No one in the family was aware of the will's contents except for me and the attorney. Grandpa had confided in me about a month before his passing that he was leaving the place to me specifically because I was the sole grandchild who made time to see him weekly at the care facility, while the others were always occupied with their own lives. He asked me to vow not to reveal it to anyone until I felt prepared to act on it. I honored that vow without fail. For the last 3 years, I've been leasing a small room in another part of town, holding down 2 positions, and setting aside every penny possible. The relatives assumed I was barely getting by. They viewed me as unsuccessful, and I allowed them to believe that because I wanted to observe their true characters when they thought I had nothing of value to contribute. This year's Christmas gathering took place at the house. My house from a legal standpoint, although they were unaware. I arrived carrying a pie purchased from a store, since I couldn't manage anything more extravagant given what they perceived as my income. Louisa remarked casually about how I wasn't even able to afford a proper one from a bakery. I took my seat at the dinner table and attempted to endure the evening. Then Wilson rose with his glass of wine. I assumed he was about to give a standard holiday toast. Instead, he lifted his glass and declared to the group that he wished to propose a toast to his greatest disappointment, his 28-year-old son who still couldn't manage to pay for his own place. The entire table erupted in laughter. They genuinely found it amusing. My aunts and uncles, cousins, Brett's parents who had come for the visit, all joined in thinking it was comical. Georgia chimed in, adding that perhaps they should have limited themselves to 2 children. She claimed Louisa and Carlos turned out perfectly. I was the letdown in her view. Brett leaned toward Wilson and said loudly enough for everyone to hear that he was relieved their children wouldn't end up like me. Malika, my grandmother, shook her head disapprovingly and commented to me that I had been such a bright infant. What had gone wrong? I consumed my meal completely, every single bite. I refused to let them have the pleasure of watching me depart without eating. Afterward, I retrieved my jacket and faced them all. I informed them that before the new year arrived, they would all be pleading for my pardon. Their laughter grew even louder. Wilson remarked that I was finally showing some wit. Georgia recommended I channel that effort into securing better employment. I departed and returned to my rented room. I retrieved the file I had stored in my drawer for the past 3 years. The will. The deed to the property bearing my name. Proof that I had been handling the property taxes ever since Grandpa's death. I contacted my attorney the day following Christmas and informed him the moment had come. What no one in the family realized was this. I had permitted them to stay in my property for 3 full years while they regarded me with contempt. I had been paying those property taxes they assumed were covered by some trust fund. I had kept up the homeowner's insurance policy. All of this while managing 2 jobs and residing in modest quarters to accumulate funds and prepare for precisely this situation. My attorney initiated the eviction proceedings a few days ago. Everything was handled legally. A 30-day notice is required for relatives occupying a home without any rental agreement. The documents were delivered to Wilson and Georgia on December 28th. They must leave by January 28th. Every one of them. Wilson, Georgia, Louisa, Brett, their 2 young ones, and Carlos. The calls began on December 29th. Wilson rang me 17 times that initial day. Then Georgia followed. Next came Louisa. Then Carlos. I ignored every single attempt. They left voice messages ranging from bewilderment to rage to please. Wilson's early ones inquired if it was some prank. By his 5th, he was shouting about obligations within a family. His 10th was about needing a mature discussion. Georgia's varied. She began puzzled about why papers naming me as owner were being sent for eviction. Then furious after verifying with the attorney's office that it was legitimate. Then she messaged saying I was acting harshly and without cause, insisting Grandpa would never approve. That nearly caused me to chuckle. Grandpa deliberately intended this outcome. That's precisely why he bequeathed the home to me rather than them. Louisa's calls were filled with alarm. She and Brett had enjoyed rent-free living in the basement for 2 years, accumulating no savings since they presumed permanent free accommodation. With 2 children below 5 and 0 reserves for a new rental deposit. Her messages shifted from requests to reconsider, to sobbing about having no options, to warnings of legal battles. Carlos simply dialed repeatedly and disconnected. No messages, just persistent calls. I blocked every family number on January 2nd. However, my cousin informed me they were spiraling. Wilson had apparently visited my previous apartment complex, the one from 4 years ago, searching for me. They remained unaware of my current address. Georgia had been contacting distant relatives, seeking intermediaries to persuade me to halt. Louisa shared a vague post online about betrayal within the family, receiving much support from those ignorant of the facts. The irony is they lack the means to remain. The property is fully owned, explaining their comfortable existence. Now they must secure housing sufficient for all or divide into separate units. Wilson and Georgia, nearing 60, have no nest egg since expenses were minimal. Louisa and Brett, with 2 kids and single income. Brett lost his job in November. Carlos rarely maintains steady work. They are utterly unprepared. And it's their own doing. My attorney mentioned they attempted to reach him for talks. They proposed paying rent to remain. I instructed him firmly no. This transcends finances. It's due to them mocking me for 3 years while residing in a home I owned and could have removed them from whenever I chose. Yesterday, Wilson obtained my employment contact somehow. He phoned the office, and my manager passed it to me unexpectedly. Wilson attempted to claim the holiday toast was merely humorous and I was overreacting. He insisted families rib each other and I should move past it. Then warned that proceeding would ruin the family permanently and I'd live with remorse. I replied that I'd meet him in court if he contested, then ended the call and blocked that too. Georgia messaged via social media before I blocked her. She claimed I was penalizing her for Wilson's comments unfair. She asserted eternal love and support, heartbroken by this. I archived and blocked without reply. The deadline is January 28th. 3 weeks remain. My attorney indicates sheriff involvement for removal if needed. I've engaged an agent for listing. Market is strong. Likely quick sale. I'll use proceeds to relocate far away, beyond their reach. Some relatives have contacted pleading mercy, claiming heartlessness. That kinship pardon. Grandpa wouldn't wish this. Yet Grandpa deliberately selected me because he recognized their nature. He observed their treatment of me. He intended this. I won't relent. They shamed me publicly, assuming my helplessness. They discovered my true authority. Now they'll forever recall their stability relied on the son they demeaned. Missed calls exceed 94 from various sources they've enlisted. All to voicemail. No interest in excuses, regrets, or negotiations. They had 3 years for kindness. Chose mockery instead. January 28th approaches swiftly. Update 1. The responses to my previous share were intense. Many hail me as heroic. Others deem me excessive. To those urging another opportunity, they exhausted chances over 3 years. Every gathering comparing me unfavorably. Every celebration joking about my work. Every omission from events to avoid my presence lowering spirits. No more opportunities. January 10th escalated matters. At my warehouse job on a routine Thursday, my boss approached awkwardly, saying visitors awaited in the lot. I anticipated it. Wilson, Georgia, and Carlos stood by the truck. They traveled 40 minutes due to my silence. I informed my boss I'd manage and confronted them. Wilson spoke first, questioning my actions against them, over a simple joke, repeating it was just joking. Georgia wept, likely for sympathy. Carlos glared resentfully. I instructed them to depart. I was working. Wilson insisted on discussion, claiming I owed explanation. I stated ownership and deadline. That sufficed. Georgia clutched my arm, claiming family destruction. Everyone would despise me. I'd be isolated in old age. I freed myself, saying they ruined it at dinner. Not I. Returned inside. Boss offered security if needed. They avoided that day, but Wilson phoned the main line 6 additional times. January 12th, Louisa intensified. Appeared at my usual grocery spot. Unsure how, perhaps from online clues or inquiries. Cornered me near cereals, venting about Brett's job search is failing. No savings, no home for kids. I continued selecting items. She trailed aisles discussing trauma to children, explaining loss of grandparents' home, my selfishness. In frozen section, I asked if she recalled Brett's dinner comment on kids not resembling me. She paused, claiming misinterpretation. I affirmed intent and her laughter then. Now children learn consequences, perhaps improving them over parents. She labeled me spiteful and departed. Finished shopping undisturbed, but then the revelation I withheld initially. Cousin Angela phoned January 13th. Georgia's niece, typically neutral. Reported family gathering January 11th. All present. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Planning ambush intervention. Angela said Wilson/Georgia portrayed me as mentally unstable from career/relationship failures. Needing aid, not criticism. Many believed. Set for January 18th at house to persuade halting eviction. Angela alerted me, knowing Wilson's past manipulations. Said he craved family dominance. Provider role. Son owning home while he doesn't must infuriate. Clarified much. Wilson always belittled me versus siblings. Louisa nurse, Carlos sales when working. Respectable. I labor in warehouses/retail. No degree. Unimpressive socially. Yet I inherited asset. Wilson resents it. January 14th, Brett's folks intervened. Called unknown number. Answered. Offered aid for Louisa/Brett deposit if extended time 60 days. Refused. Notice valid. Invoked grandchildren suffering. Reminded his son's prior insult unconcerned then. He ended call. Prompted thought. If aid available, why basement 2 years rent-free? No savings? Inquired via Angela. Learned they funded luxuries. Frequent new vehicles, lavish trips, premium kids attire. Social media flaunted while in my property unpaid. I toiled doubly, modest living for savings. Georgia retired early 54. No mortgage need. Yoga volunteering tastings. Wilson reduced hours. Comfortable on my expense. Treating me as embarrassment. January 16th, Wilson emailed lengthy, likely Georgia assisted. On legacy. Grandpa constructed 1972. Memories. Selling erases history. Replied. Grandpa bequeathed to me, knowing your actions. Quick response. Grandpa senile. Ignored. He was lucid. January 17th. Extended family messy. Wilson's sister phoned tearful. Begged mercy. Can't homeless family. Asked if family humiliates publicly same. No answer. Then my youth misunderstanding elders' hardship. Reminded my dual jobs while they free in mine. Called disrespectful. Hung up. Uncle offered mediation feelings talk. Nothing to mediate. Mine leave. Unreasonable. Adult compromise. Had chances during shaming declined. Intervention tomorrow. Gipping. Angela texted Wilson convinces attendance. Believing bluff for apology. Wrong. No apology desired. Out of house. Sell. Relocate unfindable. Deadline 11 days. Agent prepping. Out then list. Done. Update 2. Thanks followers. Confirming proceeding. Kids not homeless. Parents pay like others. Intervention January 18th as warned. Absent but Angela attended recorded shared key parts. Explains resolve. Wilson began claiming my crisis needing support. 20 present. Relatives Wilson's friends. Georgia teary. Wilson said struggles years. Eviction help cry. Sensitive child overreacting. Toast motivation. Reaching out I isolated. Worried self-harm. Enraged me. Manipulating sympathy. Georgia echoed sleepless worry mental state. Louisa. Dramatic always. Typical overreaction. Aunt queried my absence. Wilson claimed invited. Refused facing issues. Volunteers contact. Gave block number. Worse. Bread on kids hardship. 5-year-old questioning leave. 3-year-old bedtime tears. Me punishing innocence over joke. Then Carlos unexpected. Said missing point. Issue my 3-year secrecy ownership. Family entitled knowledge. Deception worse than toast. Sparked debate. Half condemned secrecy. Why hide let live unaware. Showed planned revenge. Manipulative. Other half queried Grandpa's choice over Wilson. Relationship issues? Wilson defensive. Favorites. I manipulated Grandpa. Chaos ensued. Sides formed. Legacy arguments. Wilson control loss. Georgia more tears. Louisa yell Carlos worsening. Brett parents uneasy. No resolution. Fractured. Agreed stop eviction. Rotation personal contacts. January 19th began. Cousin via spouse phone. Loyalty forgiveness. Hung up. Uncle work same. 12 attempts varied sources. Stopped unknown answers. January 20th tactic shift. Louisa at apartment. How address. Work leak or follow. Early buzz. Denied entry. Yelled from below. Face talk. Understand family impact. Not leave till down. Called manager harassment. Threatened police. Left yelling coward. Afternoon Brett work inside ask speak. Lot meeting. Deal. 6 months for $2,000 per month rent. House not renting selling. Unreasonable good money. 3 years $0 different unknowing. Aggressive closer. Mistake burning bridges. Kids no uncle evicted. Elders gone regret nobody. Already nobody dinner showed. Back inside. Park 2 hours. Boss police offer. Not yet. January 21st Wilson lawyer letter certified. Claimed will invalid. Grandpa early dementia diagnosis 6 months prior. Challenge probate. Transferred to him eldest. Attorney reviewed bluff. No records dementia. Proper execution. Evaluation competent pre-sign. No case. But filing delays eviction/sale months. Goal time. Instructed response. Frivolous equals sanctions fees. Drafted warning loss cost. Sent 22nd. No reply yet. Meanwhile Georgia Instagram new accounts. Long mother love how this after raising sacrificing. Blocked repeatedly. Set private. Another. Wilson health stress decline. Not eating sleeping. Killing father. Blocked. January 23rd Carlos store. Ask talk. Let in. Less malicious follower. What stop eviction? Nothing. Hate that much. No hate. No life presence. Understood but shared. Wilson borrowing siblings rent. Georgia panic attacks. Louisa/Brett constant fights. Unaffordable places reject. Guilt intent. Reminded dinner silence no defense. Didn't think serious banter. Difference humiliation. Can't see equals problem. Left. Warned Wilson filing anyway contingency lawyer. Expect papers weekend. Attorney. Let file. Strong case delay tactic. Deadline 5 days. Ready list. Possible months drag war sides. No yield. Duration irrelevant lawyers doors. Mine out eventual court force. Final update. Update seekers here. Likely last. Chapter closing permanent. Wilson filed 24th. Served capacity lack claim. Declaration Wilson confusion signs. No medical just word. Attorney motion dismiss prejudice. Attached records evaluation competent. Notary alert. Notes wishes reasons. Hearing 27th pre-eviction. Lawyer argued missed signs possible. Judge evidence? None. Dismissed. Locks changed. Walk document left. Movers donate/dispose. Noon empty secured list ready. Drama continued. Next day's messages placements. Wilson Georgia motel apartment hunt. Georgia cancel classes commitments unaffordable. Wilson full-time 60 income need. Louisa Brett parents 2-bed condo 4 adults 2 kids. Temporary 60 days. Louisa applications reject bad credit. Carlos couch surf. Texted rent room not involved dinner. No response. Complicit silence. Listed February 1st $295,000. Offers weak. Accepted $310,000 young couple first child. Close March 15th. Family fractured. Half right. Half monster. Argument Amp Fund help Wilson. Others self-inflicted no contribute. Group chat chaos blocks. Wilson final via Angela. Sorry dinner drinking funny wrong. Understand anger. Point made move family. Told deliver. Apology nothing. Would December 26th if real. Now manipulation gain. No forward no longer family. Delivered. Wilson sob Georgia help car. Wondered feel nothing. 3 years respect choice no. Tears now change nothing. February 10th unexpected. Malika call. Unblocked age tech. Thought dinner owed apology. Caught moment laughed ashamed since. Explained. Wilson always jealous success. Child needed best mean others better. My birth competition grandpa attention. Diminish accomplishments amplify failures life. Grandpa noticed, why me? Something untakeable undiminishable. Proof matter value despite Wilson. Thanked. Reconsider understanding origin. Understanding no obligate continued hurt. Quiet supposed right. Still see sometimes. Yes solo no others present. Fair arrange. Open but not set. Closing 3 weeks. Notice both jobs new far city. No tell family location. Angela knows trust promise secret. New start no intrusions. Sale $280,000 after fees. Down payment own place new city cushion establish. Pay car loans debt-free savings first. Wilson, Georgia lifetime no 30-year home belonged to mean son. Security dependent humiliated. Lost respect lack 3 years. Louisa Brett explain kids move. Grow knowing parents free 2 years blue cruelty. Teach valuable parents missed. Carlos remember silence hurt guilty hurters. Neutrality cruelty cowardice PR. Some private forgive family important. Misunderstand. Family better treatment world. Safe support build up. Related showed powerless thought worthless. Made small feel bigger. No forgive want relationship care struggle scared sorry. Choices consequences permanent. Not cruelty reality. Warned guilt see suffer help regret bridges. Wrong. Watched low drive motel relief never see. Toast regret me couldn't rent. Not regret. Reckoning. Consequence 30 years matter lack. Proof actions outcomes permanent. New Year's begging forgiveness as predicted. Gave notice not. 3 weeks close 8 settled new none find rest life oh hurt nothing. Not forgiveness understanding second chance. Laughed regret prediction. Nobody laughing now.